Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for coming for this class, Introduction to Inspiration Economy. We're continuing today with the application of the theory of inspiration economy. So after understanding the inspiration economy as a concept and the theories related to inspiration economy, it's very important that we relate the inspiration economy to the concept of productivity. Because in order to implement such a concept, which is a multidisciplinary, very wide concept, a new concept actually, we have to see how it can help us in enhancing our capability, enhancing our changeability as a communities, as individuals, and as society in general, enhancing our competency, enhancing our capacity. We call it the four C's of the inspiration economy theory. These four C's are affected, all of them, by the capacity to repeat, which is enhance our logical and analogical thinking. Through repetition, we trigger our frontal lobe so that it will have it will develop logical analogical thinking, and our empathetic thinking, where we will use the failures and the appreciation to get engaged and feeling of others while we are trying to solve the problem or feeling of the problem itself or those affected by the problem. And in the same time, we use the challenges to help us to bring innovative thinking and flow thinking. These four C's, capability, changeability, competency, capacity, they are all developed through holistic feeling, and they all integrate the power of the mind, the spirit, the heart, and the physical content. When they bring them together, they create inspiration spirit that is full of persistence, perseverance, and foreseeing the future in different way. So the theory of inspiration itself, it is all about observing the path who change the world and also learning from them so that we see how they change the mindset of the communities and the world through their initiatives. We learn from their effective communication, we learn from their optimizing of the learning capabilities, we learn from the way they seek new learning and new knowledge, we learn from how they being proactive and entrepreneurial, and we address also the socio-economic needs through learning from their the way they dealt with the socio-economic challenges. There are lots of people that we know about in our life that they inspired us. Maybe some of them has left this world, and some of them is still living, and some of them will continue to be living and affecting their world with their inspiring work. So the construct of inspiration economy, it is actually made of idea of inspiration and its impact. It's also about sustaining the inspiration outcome with minimal resources and the ability of producing a model of inspiration for the targeted community and so on. Now, the basis of the inspiration economy theory, it helps us to discover, to optimize, and to sustain the overall inspiration economy productivity. So in order to discover, we focus about nature, discovering about nature. So nature means human society, and even sometimes the nature of the organization and how it behaves. When we talk about optimizing, we're talking about the results of the discovery and how we utilize this discovery through the opportunities to generalize the discovery and build from it successful models or inspiring models. When we talk about sustainability and sustaining the productivity, we talk about how we use the expectation, the perception to inspire others and to create a new analogy or a new type of model. When we talk about discovering capacity in inspiration economy, we are talking about the appreciation of our power and the discovery of the difference of the impact targeted. So AD stands for the ability to discover. while the M, it's about the creation of the model, and the P is a process of generalizing and sustaining the model impact. So discovery capacity is about AD multiplied by M multiplied by P. If we understand this and we start to raise the capacity through that, then we will understand that also we can create through this discovery capacity actually a better availability. We are available to inspire communities in the right time, in the right place, and with the right content. And we are also having proper quality or effectiveness of whatever we do. And we create efficiency, of course, in the overall journey so that we deliver things with the minimal resources, especially the financial resources. The basis of inspiration economy theory, it is a mix of many practices that leads to inspiration practices that would motivate the spirit of inspiration in any socio-economic development program. These mixed practices and processes can be like entrepreneurship, innovation, learning, taking risk, taking the opportunity or seeking the opportunity to create the new things. And it is a type of economy that would be based on our societies and organization abilities to discover the potential and the capacities or a human being, and thus capitalize on it through inspiration. The basis of the inspiration economy theory, it is based on habit changing. So habit changing is very important, whether we are in a growth economy or development economy or inspiration economy. Through habit changing, we start to move from being dependent to move to be transitioning. So we start to do what we call self-initiation. And then we start to be trusting, which is will become more independent. Also, when we talk about development economy, so from growth economy, we can go to move to development economy, which is based on capturing the opportunities and creating interdependence. From the interdependence, not to be dependent on the materialistic resources, and to be more dependent on the natural and social resources. And then we start to be navigating. So we navigate and we start to discover other new opportunities. Then we move to inspiration economy, which is about discovering, exciting, and engaging. These three things are very important for inspiration economy: the ability to discover, the ability to excite. After you discover, you excite your spirit, your mindset, so that you again implement it in a proper way, and you start to engage the community so that you can sustain whatever you have discovered. The basis of inspiration economy then is about ability to approach learning in a proper way, ability to integrate the mindset in a holistic way, ability to build perception of tasks and meaning, and the ability to build resources and of inspiration in a proper way. It is actually about the profile of abilities and experiences, self-confidence, attempts of frequency and efforts, and motivation and self-motivation. So this is what we call subject of relevance of knowledge. Because when we establish any basis of theory, we have to have the theory that is building self-confidence, helping us to create proper efforts through attempts and frequency, helping us to have self-initiatives through built-in motivation or inspiration, and build experiences through, again, improving the profile of the abilities. One of the things about the type of inspiration economy organizations or communities we're trying to do is that we work on horizontal structures where life purpose focus and self-management is very important. And we work on value added appreciation where the concept of abundance and non-punitive scheme are very important. And then the third thing, in order to create inspiring community, we create innovative, and inspiration. And we also create a learning and playing environment. So the basis of inspiration economy theory is not limited to these keywords. It is much beyond these keywords, but we mention these keywords to show the holistic approach of inspiration economy. So inspiration economy is about, again, economy for inspiration. It's about society inspiration. It's about organizational learning, organizational innovation, organizational excellence, competitiveness, knowledge management, knowledge economy, learning economy, innovative economy, societal engineering, society coexistence, social integration, disruptive innovation, accelerated learning, government inspiration, society development. It includes, of course, entrepreneurship, business of inspiration, organizational psychology, service economy, experience economy, social innovation, alternative welfare indicator, healthcare inspiration, healthcare innovation, healthcare quality, healthcare improvement, healthcare leadership, technology inspiration, and all the type of innovative diffusion techniques. So this is our just example of how multidisciplinary is inspiration economy and how it can help to move us from ability to discover to the ability to restructure any community or any organization or any problem to creating to the ability to creating a radical change in any community or any problem. The outcome of inspiration economy theory is it will help us to solve the socio-economic problems in different ways. It will help us to build systematic approach towards failures so that we can actually overcome failures in a proper way. It will help us to bring consolidated techniques and the theories of inspiration economy, and it will bring different conceptions that can trigger inspiration currency. It can be a source of for enhancing the level of inspiration currency as its values. It also can be a source for constructing the theory of the currency so that it can structure or restructure the socio-economic system and build a difference between the efforts of growth and development. So it is a concept that brings physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual actually approaches together. It actually excites the people to have open-minded, to be open-minded with focus on the big picture through observation and through proper intentions. And with good intentions, we can bring positive appreciation driven by passion towards the problem, and we can build high commitment with high tolerance. This all built together coherence that builds resilience capacity of the person who's working on the problem. The difference between innovation and inspiration is the same difference between innovators and the inspired people. The innovators, they focus on ideas, they focus on details, they will go for repeating till they innovate, and they will find opportunity to build. While inspiration, they focus on the vision, they see the big picture, they will do repetition till they discover, and they will be persistent to create opportunity even if they don't find it. So why inspiration is important for our life today? Inspiration, of course, it is something that will help us to build our destiny. In order to build our destiny, we have to have the right thoughts, the right feelings, the right behaviors, and we should have the movement transition between the conscious mind and subconscious mind. Now, the inspiration, we can see it's like a waves where it can build cognitive empathy, association of the excitements and challenges in the frontal lobe that can help us to trigger the role of the temporary lobe, which it have the memory, the limbic system, which is the emotional empathy, or it will help us to have the localization of between the parietal, the temporal, and the frontal lobe, so that we function in a proper way, and it will increase our reflexivity so that we can have a proper empathy through our neurons. Of course, the things about inspiration economy is that it moves people from negative thoughts, triggers, worries, depression, diseases, to belief, confidence, realization, and action. Through inspiration economy, we start to move from focus on beliefs and values, system and culture, to focus on paradigms, change thinking, morals, behaviors, and cultural norms. And these are built through sources of values that is based on spirituality, family, social, mental health, finance, and work impacts. Now, very important is that we should know is that the inspiration economy is very related to the issue of paradigm, because through this we can build the values that create the curiosity and interaction. Through it, we can build the capacity to deal and control with the comfort zone. And through that, we can build the dreams, cultivate the hope, build changes that is help us to change ourselves and our community. Through that, we can build the capacity to deal with and control the comfort zone. So when we start to build confidence and optimism, we dare to explore. And when we dare to explore, we actually start to program our subconscious mind so that we build proper observations, proper reflections, proper visualization, and proper curious exploration. Now, the breathe which is when we start to integrate with nature, we will start to have momentary development sustained, which means we start to discover our insights, we start to have new ideas or clear goals, we'll start to have suggestions, awakening our mindset. We start to have impulsive feeling, which is a vocation leads a transcendence of paradigm. We start to have a reflection, which is a new status of mindset with a can-do spirit. We start to have abundant thinking with fewer blind spots. These all happens while we start to integrate with the reality of the community or the challenges in the socio-economic setting. And for that, we believe that inspiration can be ignited, it can be made, and it can be easily developed. The other thing about the ignition of inspiration is that it builds curious mindsets. And this curiosity can increase by the frequency of entering into uncertainty. The more we deal with uncertainty, the more we stay actually within uncertainty, the more we have the capacity to build curious mindset, which is having an alternation of uncertainty, where excitement of a challenge or ambiguity through lab or through crisis and so on, it will create for us curiosity of finding the right problem, and it will help us to explore, to exploit, to test the outcome for visualized problem solution, and then it will raise our capacity to find the right solution. So we shift from the finding the right problem to the right solution, where here we'll use the 3Ds, the discovery, the development, and delivery and sustainability. All of them will help us to create again the curious mindset that we are targeting. I think by this session we will stop here and continue with you in the next time. Thank you very much.